Good evening and welcome back to the Gelbbo Videos Watching Animu Club podcast. It has been a while.
It actually has been. It's been a bit too long, in my opinion. Because we watched a lot of Animu, but we didn't really. Some of it just wasn't really worth talking about.
Yeah, especially this season.
Yeah, it was mostly a lot of just
their shows.
Yeah, I couldn't really think of anything that stood out to me this past season to talk about.
Yeah. We if you're wondering if we were ever gonna finish Suka Suka or a Bastard Magic Instructor, whatever. But the best part is that no longer will you have to listen to just me and Zuko-sama over here ramble about Animu. We got ourselves a third club member.
Sugoi.
And he's already destroying our credibility.
Man, it made it look bad, dude. Jesus.
Make me look bad, and it's a good thing we don't have a camera on us. Look at you.
Do you know how...
Like a fucking JoJo member right now.
For the record...
No one can see us, dude. God, this is how you don't do a podcast.
Yeah, so today we're moving on to our fourth iteration of how we basically do this podcast.
Yeah.
We started by, it's more like a return to form, honestly, because the first one we did was Love Chinibyo and Other Delusions, where we just talked about the show in general. We're doing that again, and we're probably just going to keep doing that every now and then when we all see a show we like.
Yes, I recently, Drew was just like, you know what? You should watch the show. It's one of your favorite shows?
Yeah, one of my favorites.
No, geez, he gave us a second-rate show. Thanks, Drew. Not his favorite. Nah,
I wasn't expecting you to watch it so quickly.
Yeah, I think because Kyle started watching it, and then said, fuck it, well, if he's going to watch it, I'll watch it, and then we'll do a thing on it. So, we watched Plastic Memories.
Yeah, we're watching Plastic Nason, the show about three girls in the model-making club, and they're going to have fun, and all
What the hell's
sorts
wrong
of...
with you?
What the fuck?
This is what the fuck? This is a real show, by the way.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
It is?
Yeah, it's a real show.
Yeah, Plastic Memories is why we're talking about it.
Yeah, Plastic Memories. I know what you're talking about, Kyle. Anyway, so Plastic Memories is a fun show about robots and people who do things with these robots. I've already explained it once before, and I'm trying to remember how I explained it before. You know, why don't we let our new club member try to explain the plot of this show as a way to initiate
I want to
him.
know. I want to know what Plastic Memories is like. Tell me.
Well, I'll just tell you it's really good because when Drew told me about it... Shut the fuck up. When Drew told me about it, I pretty much watched 10 episodes in a night.
Oh, it's like almost the same thing I did.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I watched it in like a night and a morning. Let's not go into that again.
Yeah.
I took like 12 minutes trying to explain that.
It's one of those shows that just hooks you after every episode. You just keep going. So, the show is about this kid Tsukasa. His dad pulls some strings and he finally gets a job that doesn't make him look like a total weeb. So, he gets partnered up with this robot, and you start learning about her past.
Yep.
Man,
I mean,
You
there's
guys
some
are
like,
trying to help me out here. Come on.
there's some like key
Alright,
details.
I got it. All right, so it takes place in the not too distant future where they have a company that gives you robots, androids that you can't tell the difference between humans, called Giftias, and people tend to use that to fill a void in their life. Either, as you heard if you watch the Accidental podcast, if someone lost a loved one, they would replace them with that, and they get replaced every 7 years. It's following a company that retrieves those after every 7 years.
9 years and 4 months.
Oh, 9 years?
Yeah.
Whatever. But generally, instead of going too much to Kyle about some guy pulling strings named Tsukasa.
I'll be honest. It's been a while since I kind of saw.
Okay, so overall, what do you guys liked about the show? General, just your thoughts.
The show is very good. I love the concept of the Giftias and the way that it works in this world.
Right.
It's
Right.
like it's interesting how like they have a predetermined fate, and then as I was thinking about it more, it's like this whole show is even just like about what do you do when you know what's gonna happen in the future, and like even the romance between the main characters Tsukasa and Isla. It's cool. It's adorable. It's really cool seeing them like grow to bond with each other and see Isla like what's the word, attach or.
Yeah, she goes from detachment to actually living.
Yeah.
Because if you see when you watch her the first few times, she's just so you realize that how many months she has left?
She has like
Like a month and
Some-
a half.
It was like 2,000 hours. So however long that is
It was
in.
like a month and a half or something like that.
Yeah, I remember this. She had 1,000 hours left when the guy found out.
2,000 hours, I just said.
2,000? I
Yes.
thought it was 1,000.
No, it's 2,000 hours. When he finds out, she has 2,000 hours left. I don't even know how long that is. But then again, I don't know why these robots operate on baby logic when they go with hours when they could just say years.
It's true. Or like they go by. But Kyle, what about you?
I just like Drew said, it was a big twist. Most shows I see about robots is just robots created for war. This, it's for people.
That's kind of depressing.
That's a good one. Go in more into that though. Because I don't watch a lot of robot or mech shows.
Well, no, that's the thing. Every time someone thinks of robot, they think of, okay, someone more advanced than a human, more stronger, a lot faster. They could take in more information. They're used for war. Anything that time that I've ever seen a show is just solely for war. This, it was for helping people cope with shit that happens.
Yeah.
Like in one of the episodes, a kid lost his parents.
Yeah, that was a good one. That was definitely a good one.
So the robot that like he had was like had to basically become a surrogate parent for him.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that was weird because it's even worse when you realize she gonna have to get retrieved soon, and this kid gonna be like alone.
Yeah, and look, they have a program for it, to replace and have a new person. But the rules are, they get replaced every 9 years.
Yeah.
So you get replaced every 9 years, and you can have the same body but a different personality. So they can say you can use the same body, and then but different personality, or you get a whole new but like robot.
Yeah.
And do all that stuff. So it has a lot of interesting questions in a sense. Like I would ask you guys, like, which one would you rather pick?
Yeah, me and Drew.
Yeah, but let's just get into that. If you had to do something, like, of course, it goes. You live with this. I want to go with personality. You live with this personality for about 9 years, and then 9 years it gets replaced. Either you keep the body with the different personality, or you just get something completely different. What would you rather do?
Something completely different. I just do not think I could deal with the idea of looking this same person in the eyes and being like, you're not the same person.
Yeah, I couldn't deal with that. That's honestly, emotionally, I couldn't do that. Because, 9 years is a long fucking time, dude.
Yeah. You get so attached to this person, this robot, so quickly. And it's like, the thing is, it's like they're indistinguishable from human.
Yes.
You really wouldn't know that they're a robot unless you, like, I guess, like, knocked on them or something. They made a clunking sound. I don't know.
I honestly...
I don't know that much.
I don't think they actually got into that. Of
Yeah.
Like, how can you tell the difference? Because the idea is you can't tell the difference. And they have personalities. And they have feelings.
Yeah.
Which is nuts. Because it's just... No, they're there to form real bonds with people for a short amount of time. To, like Kyle said, to fill in a gap in their life. That's why in this show, it's such a hard idea. But before I go into that, Kyle, what would you do?
That's interesting because I'm actually the opposite.
Really?
Really?
Because think, when you meet someone, before you even say anything, what's the first thing you notice?
Their face?
Exactly. People think it's so simple, but that is the first thing. When you see somebody, that is already attached into your brain. Every time you see that person, it is going to be there no matter what. So if I'm with that person, it's because of the 9 years that I'm with this reason. If it was like a year or maybe less, then yeah, I would probably change. But 9 years of looking at this person, I mean, take all three of us. Yeah, we've got differences, but we also got similarities. True, you can change someone's complete personality, but it's not like they're going to get like an asshole personality.
Right.
They're still going to get similarities. So I would still probably, because I couldn't look at the different person if I was going to be with them.
I think what it comes down to is your use of the Giftia.
Mm-hmm.
Because everyone here has a reason they have a Giftia. Like the one in the first episode is a grandmother who just wants like a grandchild who helps her out, takes care of her. And like that's going to be hard to deal with. And then you got the girl in the show who has the boyfriend. And like it's just kind of living with that again. And then there's the kid, which is interesting because his parents were dying, right?
Yes.
Something like that. And they had a Giftia.
I think they got killed by car accident.
Something like that, but they had a gifty in the family. I don't know why they did. It kind of gets away from me at the moment. But everyone just has a different reason for their gifties. So I think, like I said, it really just depends on the person and their reasoning for having one of these.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, like, just for me being me, I probably couldn't deal with it because I would call them by the old name,
Right.
and I would just feel so bad. Hey, remember the time when we? Never mind, because it is brought up later in the show with the mechanic girl.
Yeah.
And she sees that one robot, and she's like, "Hey, you remember me?" It's just like, "No." It's like, "Oh yeah, I forgot. They changed her OS. She's somebody else." But that's a whole another thing that I like with that show is because, oh, let's go back to that place where I used to hang out with them. But they were like, you know what? Let's take them to a new place because this is a new person, and we're gonna go to new places. Which I thought was really cool.
Yeah. I like what you said about how, like, there's going to be similarities. I never really considered that, too. Like, yeah, you're not going to get something that's... There is always the chance you're going to get something that's, like, totally out of left field. But, there is always the chance of getting something that's similar enough. It's like, if it's similar enough, then that would mean, like, oh, maybe you could think of it as, like... I don't know how to put it, but it's like, if you knew someone and they just have amnesia... And it's like, because, like, the personality is similar, but, like, they just don't remember anything, really, about you.
Right. It's just as the human race is. No matter where you go in the world, there's always going to be someone similar. I mean, we all have emotions. We all have... That's what the human race was given when we got these emotions. We got all this stuff. I'm trying to look for the word.
Conscious?
Yeah, like a conscious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What makes us us?
Yeah, what makes us us. But we're not all that different. Because, like in other episodes, there was actually a woman who actually wanted the same body, but different personalities.
Yeah.
And, like you were talking about, Ryan, when she brought her to the carnival.
Yeah.
Instead of thinking, oh, I wish she remembered this, instead, I'm just going to make more memories.
She just treated everyone. She said to me, they're all like my grandchild, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I treat them all the same way. It doesn't matter that they don't remember.
Mm-hmm.
I just treat them the same way because that's how a person would want to be treated in this kind of situation.
My thing that I do like about this show, not to deviate from that, really, that was pretty good. But just to go on to the show, and it kind of dwells into that. Is what I like the most about this show is about like that dealing with loss and dealing with that, like you said, with that time. But more importantly, why I like it in that sense is about either doing something with your life with that person, or just trying to almost trying to make better things.
Mm-hmm.
Because Isla, it was the type of I'm gonna be gone in a month, so I don't want to hurt anybody. But all you're doing there is just making someone make him not feel any emotion. Pretty much, all he felt was loss.
Right.
You don't gain anything from it, and that's what I like about the show because, like, no, for this next month, I'm gonna make as many memories as I can. Going back, I feel like I'm talking out of my ass. Sorry.
No.
But what was I gonna say? Because I have something in my head that I really want to talk about. I might just fully forgo this thing, but it kind of dwells into it. All right. In the first episode, it shows Isla meeting him in the
escalator.
Yeah, elevator.
Same thing.
And the eels, whatever.
You go up.
But she's crying and she's looking out into the outside the window. Do you guys know what she was looking at, right?
I think it was the Ferris wheel.
She was looking at the Ferris wheel. Later on in the show, I don't know, this moment got me. Was she goes on the Ferris wheel for the first time, and then she goes up. And that was the first time she went on a date with him, right? And they were really deciding, like, you know what, this is gonna work out. You realize in the show is she was looking something at from one perspective, which was seeing the Ferris wheel. Now she's at the Ferris wheel and she's higher than she was before, and she looked back where? She looked back at the building.
Mm-hmm.
Showing that she was in a better place with the time she had. I was like, I don't know why I saw that. I'm like, that is a fucking awesome thing. But then the guy passes out.
No,
remember that part?
Yeah.
But I realized they used that, like, perception. They used that perception of her being sad looking at the Ferris wheel and being like, life is useless.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now she's on the Ferris wheel, higher than where she was probably in the building, looking at the building, being like, that's where I used to be. I'm here now. And I'm like, that's really cool. That really got to me.
I never noticed that.
Yeah, that was the one thing. That was the one thing I'm like, you know what? This show is pretty cool. And they do things because it's only a 12-episode show that I like. That's like, in my opinion, it's really bad storytelling, but not in my head, because to me it made sense. Is, she reads the diary, right?
Yeah.
Reads the diary, and then she writes one line was, I made a boyfriend with someone I love. I was like, that one line, I was like, wow, that's really cool. Because it's just like, she didn't really have anything else. And that's the one thing she writes in the diary, like, that, like, sticks out to me, that I'm just like, yeah, that's a real emotion. That's legit. That's awesome. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's just like a quick, like, we all know it, but they're just like, she finally believes it. Because what? That's her manual. That's how you do things.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Right.
literal. This is how everything should be. She finally has a chance. There's a new chapter. I made a boyfriend of someone I love. Or someone who something like that. And it's just like, does not go with the rest of her book. The rest of her book is, I was at this place. This is what we did. This is how it is. Now it's an actual diary of her own emotions, not just being a robot. Thought that was fucking cool too.
That is cool. I don't remember that much about it, but
But then where's the show end?
on the Ferris wheel.
On the Ferris wheel. Because the last time she gets on the Ferris wheel is when she wants to put the ring. Because that's when she realized how happy she was and how her old life was gone. That's when it got to me. I fucking cried. Because when I'm like, she's doing it at the top of the Ferris wheel and I put all those things together and I was like, oh my god, this fucking show.
Yeah.
If you look at the intro, it's on there. They keep showing the Ferris wheel. That's the fucking symbolism of it.
I love the I thought about it the other day too with the whole ring thing. Even this might be a simple analogy that I probably just didn't notice at first, but like when she's putting the ring on him, it's like, well, when you give someone a ring, usually it's for like being engaged or like being like, oh, we're gonna make so many memories together, we're gonna be together forever. That's kind of what that was like for her when they were doing that, going over the Ferris wheel at the end.
Mm-hmm.
She was just doing that because she's like, we're going to be together mentally forever. Even if it's not me, you will at least remember this whole scenario.
Right.
That goes, and I love that part of the whole thing. It's like, it's not the fact that you won't see me ever again. I'm going to be, I'm going to live through your memories, so to speak.
Yeah.
And I was just really happy how it was just, we're going to make this work for as long as we can, even though we know it's going to end. And that's fine, because it gave her a reason to keep going, because she kept training, she kept doing all this stuff.
Yeah.
And it was just really cool. But that's what about the show that I liked that was deep to me, was the perspective of her looking at her old life, from the beginning of the show crying at the Ferris wheel, from her being on the Ferris wheel, being on her first date, and then all the way to the very end. It's like, why? This was the place where I was most happy. This is where I turned my life around and I looked at what I was doing before, and I'm not who I used to be. And now I'm going to die, quote unquote,
Yeah.
being happy, doing what I care about, what made me change. That was why I liked the show the most. You guys, anything else about symbolism in the show?
Symbolism, not really. I'm just thinking more because as we have it just playing in front of us right now, just like clips of it, and it's just making me remember all the good times when Isla was just so quirky and tripping over everything and being so nervous.
Yeah.
Right. Like at the end, when they're on the Ferris wheel, she asked him, oh, what do you love about me? I'll say one.
Oh, shit.
And you'll say one.
Oh, shit, Kyle. I was trying not to cry during my explanation.
Brings the fears.
I told you when we did that accidental podcast, I fucking cried at that part, and this was like in the morning, and everything was terrible in life.
Yeah, I
Go
texted.
ahead, Kyle.
I texted them at like 4:00 in the morning. I cried like a little bitch. But exactly, like if you, I actually showed me in the whole entire clip. They were only really together for like 4 episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The few episodes before, she was ignoring him.
Yeah.
Because she thought that was best. That's what got to me. Even in the first thing the guy ever says, like in the beginning of the entire series, what would you do on the last day? What would you do with it?
Yeah.
Right when I heard that, I was like, oh boy, here we go. But as it kept going on and on and on, it showed all the different scenarios. All right, do I want to not have this guy suffer
Yeah.
because I know I'm going to be going soon?
Yeah.
Or do I want to create more memories?
That's what this show's about. And honestly, from a broader perspective, like, go live, man. Even when things are, you gotta do your best to, do your best to live, even when things are grim. You know.
Yeah. It's not even the big things either. It's the simplest things. Like he was naming off, that you trip over shit. I was like, yeah, it's the simple things that make you love a person. It's the simple things that make you love life.
Yep.
It's not the huge things you do. Sure, you can go off in vacations all over the world.
Oh, that time we went to Mexico. It was great. No, but I know what you mean. Like, that part got me, dude. Like, I'm like, is it really gonna end like this? Is it really gonna be? All right, I'm gonna say one thing I like about you. You're gonna tell me one thing. I'm just like, fuck. No, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Yeah.
That was like the biggest thing I liked about this show, because when I was watching it, the only thing that disappointed me, I would say, when I was first watching the show is that I was really interested in the whole way the Giftias work.
Yes.
And like the fact that like when the 9 years and whatever is up, if you don't retrieve them right away, they turn to like, what were they called, walkers or something? Like,
yeah, something like that.
Yeah, that they just become mindless zombies that are also really damn fast and strong.
Yeah, me and Tyler were talking about that.
Yeah, walkers from
like
what?
Wanderers.
Yeah,
Wanderers.
Yeah.
Good thing it's not walkers. Like, fuck that. It's like the difference between The Walking Dead and World War Z zombies jumping off rooftops and shit. Like, come on now.
Yeah, no, I will say, I think they did a good job. Like you said, they're only together for like 4 episodes. Everything leading up to it, it's like they kind of, all right, this is what the world is kind of like. This is what's going on. They go into like the girl's backstory of like how her dad was a wanderer and like how it broke that girl's leg. That was fucking cool because I was like, oh, I didn't think I'd see this in this show. And I was actually, like you said, yeah, I was interested in to see how things were. And I felt like they showed it enough to be like, ooh, that's rough.
Yeah.
But like not really stray too far away from the main characters.
Yeah, because the main point of the show is focusing on the relationship between Isla and Tsukasa.
Yeah.
It's just, I just really liked that stuff, and it was just kind of weird when it was like, oh, well, I guess, not that the relationship was bad, I'm just saying, like, it was weird for me initially watching it, being like, oh, I'm interested, I want to know more, and then it just cut back to them, and I was like, oh, okay, I like this too. I do like this. I feel sad now for whatever reason, but
I think it was just trying to add to the idea, like, yeah, this is what they do, and this is why Isla needs to go.
Yeah,
because you don't want to see Isla like that.
That was the thing. When the show was going, I was like, I got really afraid that she was going to turn into that.
I know. You even told me the ending. I completely forgot about the ending.
Yeah,
and I was like sketching out. I was like, what are you gonna do?
I know, right? And they were on the Ferris wheel. I was afraid that she was gonna like turn into one, like right then and there.
Okay, right? I was thinking that too. Like, and then Drew lied. Why? Because they got to the very top. They do a far away shot and it's quiet, no sound, and then you just hear, and then blood covers all the entire glass, and she fucking kills him. I was like, Drew fucking lied to me. If that was the ending, I would have walked to your house and punched you in the mouth. I would have been so pissed.
I would have did that before you.
That would have been really fucking cool.
Oh my god. I would not have been that smart to do that, even if it was true. But like, I was freaking out the whole show. I was like, I don't want to see that. Of all people, I don't want to see good old Isla turn into that.
Yeah.
Ugh. It's just because she's such a good character.
Yeah. She's a really well done character. I definitely like Isla as like the main protagonist, and like them being together was just cute as fuck.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like when they really started like liking each other, I was like, man, that's pretty fucking cool.
Like when she tried to wake him up from in bed that one morning.
Yeah. Yeah, and she was leaning over. He's just like, oh shit.
She like falls down the stairs or something, and then he sees her underwear.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oops, because they're like the most awkward romantics ever.
Yeah, I love it. It's so cute. Ah, shit.
So yeah, this show is good.
So overall, Oh, fuck. I was going to say, honestly, Drew, I would never watch the show unless you suggested it.
Oh, cool.
It's just
Right.
if I looked something, I looked at it, I wouldn't. I'd be like, no, it seems sad. I'm all set.
And it was sad.
It was a happy
But it was a
sad,
good.
It was a good sad.
though. It was a good sad.
Good sad.
I cried like a little fucking bitch.
Good. Now I'm not the only one.
So we're gonna do the best segment at the end.
Oh, of course. Who is best girl? And I guess in this case it would be best grill because Isla all the way.
Isla.
Nope, she's right there on the screen.
See. I thought
It's the
you.
mechanic
I knew you
girl.
would. I knew you would.
I don't know what it was about her.
I fucking know it.
I thought she was a robot for like the longest time, and I'm like, oh man, I'm turning one of those robot guys. This is fucking bullcrap. I don't even remember her name, but then like, I think it's just her relationship with like Isla and everyone else. She's very, just very perky, very fun. I can't think of her name. I'm like an asshole. I tried remembering it.
I can look it up.
I kept trying to remember it for the show. I'm like, crap. What is it? And don't remember. Just don't remember. But yeah, she's best girl in my book, especially when they were trying to find information on the main guy, and she's like, oh, come on, tell me.
Yeah.
And then she tries helping her out, like just try to find information. They're looking through
In
the,
disguises and shit.
yeah, I love that part. It was great because
In the fucking bathroom and shit with him.
It's like, we're showering too. Get out of here. It's the guys shouting. Get out of here, freaking pervert.
Oh, her name was Eru Miru.
That's it, Miru. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought for sure. I was thinking about this because I knew you, Kyle, had told me it was Isla. I was thinking about it before today. I thought for sure you were gonna be like the redhead. What was her? Whatever her name
Oh,
was.
the son that I won?
No. That's what I thought Kyle's would be.
Oh, yeah.
No, no, not fucking the Sunday. Shut the fuck up.
I mean, he says the guy who likes Ripple.
Shut up.
No, like Isla's old spotter.
Oh,
I thought
the
I
older
thought,
woman, huh?
Yeah,
What are you trying to say about me, bro?
I don't know.
Nah, actually, no, I did like her. I liked her personality because she's kind of a badass.
Yeah.
You know, in the sense it's like, oh, my leg hurts. It's like, she's just like talking shit to the guy. But no, I like whatever it is.
Miru.
Yeah, I liked her because she's
Miru.
funny.
Yeah.
You know, and just like, I just liked her as her character because she seems like the fun older sister to Isla.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like, oh, you like a boy, what is, like, you know, and like exactly what Kyle said. Let's just put on disguises. Let's go over here. Let's do all these things because I want to help you. You know, that
like-
part was just super cute.
She's just like, didn't she dress her up in like a bunny suit one time?
Yeah, they're all working at the restaurant.
She was
I
so
love it.
scared and just like, what? Why do I have to wear this?
He's like, nah, it'll be fine, you'll be good. I'm like, that'd be me if in that situation. Like, all right, we gotta get these disguises on. Why? Because, man, we gotta get information.
Why you asking
Cause,
questions?
man. all right, Kyle, let's leave this loser behind and talk about why Isla's so great.
Oh, she was just cute as shit.
Oh yeah.
Being klutz anyone that's a klutz.
Her in her Renge jacket.
Shut up.
Yeah, Kyle.
Is that why y'all like her?
No, that's why Kyle. likes-
jacket.
I did not fucking notice that until I was scrolling through my phone and I have two screenshots. One of Isla and one of Renge. I was like, wait, what the fuck?
Hey, Kyle, why do you have those screenshots?
Same reason why you do.
I don't have screenshots. I have maymays, bro.
Fucking maymays.
Reaction maymays.
Reaction maymays.
Good old
Fucking
plastic maymays.
There you go.
Yeah.
Plastic maymays. The best show.
Or as Wikipedia told me, it's often abbreviated as plamemo.
What?
What?
Like plastic memories. Plamemo.
That's dumb. Tell Wikipedia to change that.
It's a good thing it wasn't named that, or Drew, if you suggested I'd still want to watch it.
Hey
Kyle,
guys, why don't you go watch Plamemo?
Yeah, I totally saw Plemmo the other day. Oh, we sound cool, man. Yeah, I can't wait to be in a restaurant when we talk about, hey guys, I saw Plemmo the other day. Oh, you saw Plemmo too? Man,
Who's the
probably-
best girl in Plememo?
I like Ilmemo.
I'm just everybody's name. It's like Sukasa Memo is my favorite.
Yeah, man. I like the Gifty memos. They're so cool. The Wanderer memo.
The Wanderer memo.
It sounds like that other show that apparently exists, Wonder Momo.
I don't know that show.
I've heard of it. I've never seen it.
Fair enough.
Fun fact: I think the ending for this was spoiled for me, because I remember you were scrolling through Facebook one time. You were like, "Oh, yo, look at this," and it was like, oh, all the best characters die, and it had like Rem on it, because that's why you were showing it to me. But I think Isla was on that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I think I was like planning to watch it, and I was like, shit.
Yeah, but it's known that it was gonna happen
Yeah,
anyway.
that's why I was
Yeah.
happy at the end of episode 2. Is like they tell him right away.
Yeah, like, hey, just so you know, he's not gonna kill you at the top of the fucking Ferris wheel.
that's the secret ending.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden the cop start blasting and the fucking thing just fucking breaks the door down, fucking runs. Ah, great outro.
See, that's the end. That's the ending you get when you go through all of the specific routes in this show where you try to get all the girls.
Oh yeah, totally.
Then you go back and play the normal route again, and there you go. You unlock the special ending.
Jesus.
Ugh. So I guess that's gonna wrap up
That wraps it up.
for this episode of the Watching Animu Club podcast. Make sure everybody I say do your homework every time. I gotta come up with something different, like get home safely. Oh, go check out Mr. Tippy's ramen shop or his coffee store, his coffee and ramen shop stand.
What?
What?
on the way home when they're walking home,
Oh.
there's like a ramen and coffee stand somewhere. I don't know.
Sure.
I'm not-
I don't know what our president's talking about. He's on drugs.
I'm hungry for some four horns right now.
Yeah.
He
No, God, no.
wants some faux memo.
But
Faux
fuck
memo?
with the.
Oh man, Full Memo was my favorite memo.
Yeah.
It sounds like a show that's like just about sentient memos from like an office.
All right. Well, that wraps it up, you guys.
We'll let you know next time if the student council president officially lets us be a club. Now that we have 3 members, we gotta wait and see if the student council president is like, yeah, you guys got it.
I got you.
Don't worry, I got a friend's hook up. She's really good with tarot cards.